Dream life in Switzerland and the Alps. Imagine waking up to the soft sound of cowbells echoing across emerald green meadows, the crisp alpine air drifting gently through your open window. Outside, the rising sun paints the snow-dusted peaks of the Alps in shades of gold and rose, while the valleys below are still wrapped in a blanket of early morning mist. This is Switzerland, a place where life feels like a perfectly painted canvas, where every day seems to offer a glimpse into a living dream. The morning symphony of the Alps. In the early hours, Switzerland's mountain villages are bathed in a serene silence, broken only by the distant murmur of streams fed by ancient glaciers. The scent of pine forests drifts through the air, mingling with the aroma of freshly baked bread from the local bakery. You take your first steps onto the wooden balcony of a chalet, the timber warmed by decades of alpine sunshine, and look out over the majestic landscape. The Matterhorn rises like a stone cathedral in the distance, its jagged peak standing as a timeless sentinel over the land. Breakfast is simple, yet exquisite. Fresh butter, local cheese, and warm bread made from grains grown in nearby valleys. You sip coffee while watching the sunlight spill over rolling hills dotted with wildflowers, edelweiss, alpine roses, and gentians, each one a tiny fragment of the mountain's soul. Life in Switzerland is deeply intertwined with nature's rhythm. The seasons dictate the pace, each bringing its own magic. In summer, the alpine pastures burst into life, with shepherds guiding their cattle to higher grazing grounds. The sound of their bells creates a melody that carries for miles. Mountain trails open up, leading to hidden lakes that reflect the sky so perfectly they seem like portals to another world. Autumn drapes the valleys in golden larch and fiery maple leaves, the cool air scented with wood smoke from chimneys. Winter transforms the land into a silent wonderland of snow, perfect for skiing, snowshoeing, or simply walking along a frozen lake as the world stands still. And in spring, the meadows come alive again, a reminder that life, like the seasons, is a cycle of endless renewal. Villages out of a fairy tale. Swiss villages are like something pulled from the pages of a storybook. Wooden chalets with carved balconies overflow with geraniums in summer, while in winter their roofs are heavy with snow, glowing under strings of warm light. Streets are narrow and cobblestoned, often leading to a small central square with a fountain where locals gather to share stories. In places like Grindelwald, Lauterbrunnen, and Zermatt, life moves at a peaceful, human pace. There are no towering skyscrapers or chaotic traffic, just a quiet respect for tradition, community, and the land. You might meet an elderly cheesemaker who still uses recipes passed down for centuries, or a mountain guide who knows every trail and every hidden viewpoint. The joy of simplicity. Part of the dream life in Switzerland is its balance between simplicity and quality. The Swiss have perfected the art of slow living without sacrificing comfort. Trains arrive with precision, fresh produce is always local, and every detail, from a street lamp to a wooden fence, seems carefully designed to last. Even the smallest towns have bakeries, cafes, and markets filled with artisanal goods. In this life, the hustle and noise of modern cities fade into the background. Instead, your days are filled with mindful moments, reading by a window while snow falls outside, hiking through alpine meadows in summer, or sipping wine made from grapes grown on sunny mountain slopes. Adventure at your doorstep. For those who crave adventure, Switzerland offers a playground unlike any other. The Alps are a world of dramatic peaks, deep valleys, and sparkling lakes. You can climb, ski, cycle, or simply wander. Every path offers a new perspective. In winter, you might wake up early to catch the first lift to the top of a mountain, skiing down slopes with views stretching across 3 countries. In summer, you could follow a trail through pine forest to a hidden waterfall where icy spray cools your skin as you rest on sun-warmed rocks. And then there's the magic of the mountain railways, trains that climb impossibly steep slopes, crossing stone viaducts and passing through tunnels carved into the mountains of themselves. Each journey feels like stepping deeper into a dream. Lakes that mirror the sky. Beyond the mountains, Switzerland's lakes are jewels of pure, shimmering color. Lake Geneva reflects the elegance of Montreux's lakeside promenades. Lake Lucerne curls between mountains like a piece of blue silk, and Lake Brienz glows an almost surreal turquoise under the midday sun. In summer, you can swim in their cool, clear waters. In winter, you can walk along their frosted shores, watching the steam of your breath mingle with the morning mist. Boats glide slowly across the water, carrying passengers between historic towns. The air smells of fresh rain and pine, and the only sounds are the soft lapping of waves and the occasional call of a bird overhead. A culture of harmony. The dream life in Switzerland isn't only about landscapes, it's about a culture built on harmony, precision, and respect. 4 languages, German, French, Italian, and Romish, weave together into a rich tapestry of traditions. Each region has its own music, food, and festivals, yet they all share a love for craftsmanship and beauty. Swiss culture is deeply respectful of the environment. Recycling is second nature, and even the most remote trails are impeccably maintained. There's a collective understanding that nature is not something to conquer, but something to live alongside. Evenings by the fire. As evening falls in the Alps, the mountains shift into deep blues and purples. Lights flicker on in the valley below like stars settling into the earth. You might spend the night in a cozy chalet, the wooden walls creaking gently as the wind moves outside. A fire crackles in the stone hearth, casting a warm glow over the room. Dinner is a feast of local flavors. Fondue made with melted alpine cheese, served with bread baked that morning. Roasty, golden and crisp, a glass of velvety Swiss wine. Outside, snow drifts softly to the ground, and the silence is so deep you can almost hear it. The timeless gift of the Alps. Living in Switzerland, especially in the embrace of the Alps, feels like living in a world where time moves differently. Days are measured not by deadlines, but by the rising and setting of the sun, the changing colors of the mountains, and the shifting scent of the seasons. Life is not rushed, it unfolds, naturally and beautifully. The dream here is not just about breathtaking views or perfect weather, it's about connection, to nature, to tradition, to oneself. It's about knowing that you are part of something vast and timeless, a place where human life is just one chapter in the long, ancient story of the mountains. And perhaps that's the greatest beauty of all. In Switzerland, you don't just see the dream, you live it. Each morning, as the first light touches the peaks, you are reminded that you are home in one of the most extraordinary places on earth.